So basically what I'm going to demonstrate here is how to properly wire our units, 5 tons and 7 ton spot coolers. So the most problems we have come across in the past is customers are running out of phase. They'll say the compressor is whining, it's running extremely hard, which is highly possible because your power legs can be out of phase. When you go to remove this panel before wiring, after you remove the panel slightly, do not completely remove it away from the unit. This is the reason why. There's another type of safety built into the unit, which is the fire alarm. This actually will read an alarm signal onto your display board, but it also will have a little sound going with it. It's connected to the panel of the door at all times. Even when you go to put the panel back on after you're done wiring, reattach it to the fire alarm. All it is just a quick connect, and when you're done wiring, you pop it back in, and then you can mount the door back up onto the unit. So if you look down at the terminals, you'll see RST. Now it's not standardized type of electrical wiring. So what I'm going to demonstrate it to you is just picture it as L1 as R, S as L2, and T as L3. And then you got your ground lug sitting over here. So I'm going to first wire my ground wire. Then I'm going to work my way bottom to top, so I'm not in my way. So I'm going to start with L3. In this case, the way it's very specific according to the panel, the way your panel is wired. If you have 4 wire, red and white can be interchangeable in a box. So it's very particular that you have to make sure that you're in that type of sequence. In our panel here, where we're testing, white is L3 and red is L2. This is proper wiring, whether it be the customer yourself is doing the wiring or you have an electrician do them. Make sure that they know the way the setup wiring is inside is duplicated right at the unit, so you know you're properly set up. So what you're going to end up doing is turning on your power, and then you'll turn on breaker. You'll have 2 breakers here. It's your main voltage breaker, and then you got your low voltage breaker, which actually controls all the low voltage circuits and your display board on the unit. If you notice, as the unit's running, there's no high squealing. All you hear is the blower motors. If this unit is ever out of phase, on top of the blower motor sounds, you'll hear that compressor squealing, very high pitch like. So now I'm going to demonstrate what the compressor would sound like in an out of phase condition. Like I said, a protect on the unit would pop up an E4 message before there's extreme damage going to be caused to the compressor. But nonetheless, it can cause damage to the compressor without even saying that message. So in this present setup, I actually switched 1 and 3 around. So I moved my normal high leg to L3 and then moved my L3 leg to L1. Just to demonstrate the out of phase condition. So I'm going to power the unit back up. I'm going to start the unit. Then you want to listen for the compressor. You hear that sound, you know there's something wrong and there can be extreme damage to the unit. So I'm going to stop it shortly because I don't want to cause damage to the unit. I'm going to concentrate on that sound. And again, even in that condition, it'll still protect the cell, go through a 60-second countdown. As you can hear, you'll still hear blower motors run. That's standardized. If that runs too long in that condition and you're in a loud atmosphere, you may not hear that compressor making that sound. And therefore it should go off on an E4 message if it hasn't already made damage to the unit, which is what we don't want.